Supreme Ruler the Great War was announced back in late February, early March, and was released August 1st, though a few YouTubers, myself included, did get press kits for July 26th. This announcement was a surprise to many in the community, as Battlegoat had previously stated that Supreme Ruler Ultimate would be its final game, its magnum opus. But apparently, you can't keep a good thing down, and Great War is now out.
Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely.
Now, before I start, I do want to clarify that Great War is a good game, but it does have some issues. Before I start with the issues, I will go over the positives. First and foremost, the game looks and runs really well. Unlike Supreme Ruler Ultimate, where I will get frame drops from time to time, especially in large unit chunks and large wars, I haven't had that issue with Great War, seeing a constant 60 FPS out of battles and 40 FPS close into battles, which is, well, more than what I need it to be, as Great War doesn't actually have any 60 FPS kind of features anyway, so it's really nice just to have a high frame rate and no stutter while recording or just playing just for fun. You know, multiplayer matches are the same. It's been really great for running really well. The graphics as well look good. Yes, they look like SRU, which I will get into, but they aren't ugly and do the game justice, as it gives returning players a familiar HUD, and new players can get early advice from veterans without veterans needing time to really get used to it and into the new HUDs. So it's really great for both player styles. The gameplay is slower than previous games. This more so is because of the time period and the units available at the start. Most nations start off with just infantry and some cavalry units, with only a few European nations with recon motorcycles and motorized infantry units to start. Tanks don't even really seem to exist until around the end of 1915, when the German A7s and the British Mark I start to kind of roll out. Unit and unit types are more important now as well, requiring you to really find out who and what is the best to make. With such fast-changing technology, you need to keep up as best as possible and make the best troops you can. Oh, and one unit type is the most important unit type in the entire game. Artillery. Artillery is the difference between a successful attack on a well-defended capital and utter defeat. It is also what is most important in defending important cities, front lines, and military bases. It keeps shit out by blowing it to smithereens. You must stay on top of what your artillery production and research is, and produce the best and longest ranged possible. The newest and most obvious addition into the game is trenches and emplacements. These are under the tab, same as if you're building like roadways or railways, and these provide a defense on a front line or are good for a back line if you need to retreat and fall back for whatever reason. When units entrench in them, it increases their defense and does increase repair, so it seems. Trenches with fresh units entrenched in them with a backline of artillery is a very deadly combo that can be the difference between holding a line and losing everything. They are important in wars that could go either way. Now, all those things make for a good and different experience, but there are a few bad. There are some balancing issues. Artillery is important, but it does seem a bit much in some scenarios. I've had instances where my infantry and large metal infantry vehicles, so we're talking like armored trucks, get killed at the same rate, despite one being armored and you'd think a bit more tanky towards the artillery fire. The graphics and engine in general are also things people have complained about. Myself, I'm not too bothered by it, but a lot of people see the same graphics and same engine being used in this game and complain about it being DLC and not a full release game. Many people have asked why the game wasn't cheaper and released as DLC for SRU, since SRU was to be the final game anyway. I can see the point to those complaints, as it does feel like a very large scenario for SRU rather than a standalone game. Another thing is content. As of release of this video, Great War includes campaigns for all the major powers that participated in World War I, complete with events up until the 1920s. It also includes 2 sandbox modes in 1914 and 1917. Both are vastly different in playstyle and difficulty depending on what nation you play as. And lastly, it has a multiplayer option. A lot of people are asking where things like Scenarios mode is, or more sandbox options, saying it doesn't seem to have enough content to stand on its own. Now, Battlegoat is definitely still developing for this game, and I don't doubt, due to a large empty space on the menu, that Scenarios will be coming, but many people see it as early access without the label. Something I think it lacks as well is mod support. Strategy games thrive on community content. Hearts of Iron, Europa Universalis, Total War, all of these games use Steam Workshop, and I think that the Supreme Ruler games should honestly follow suit. I think this would be more attractive to mod developers compared to what currently exists. And yes, I know it's not easy and it can be kind of expensive, but I think the series, or at least SRU and perhaps Great War, would benefit greatly from this addition, both in players and in Battlegoat's pocketbooks. Overall, though, I have enjoyed the Great War. There's more than enough content for me to get 100 hours or more out of it, and countless content and series for the channel, and no doubt even more content once more is released for the game, and of course once updates really start to flow in, or mods perhaps. If you're a fan of Supreme Ruler Ultimate and want World War I experience as well, it's worth picking up. And where it's so new, I have no doubt there'll be more content and updates in the very near future. Hey guys, just want to address a few things at the end of the video here. If you liked that video, of course, like the video and subscribe, as that, lets me know that you're interested in seeing more content out of me, maybe even some more reviews and stuff, who knows. If you're really interested in following some of my other stuff, then you can go ahead and look in the description for multiple links. There's a link to my Instagram account if you want to follow that. I post more or less my daily life kind of stuff once in a while there, not too frequent. There's also a Twitter link there, which I'm trying to be more active with, so if you want to go follow me on Twitter, that shows me that you really want me to be active on Twitter, so that would be pretty cool as well. A lot of people have asked me about Discord and stuff. If you want to join me in any kind of Discord server, I'm in Calm Down Level Up's or Jackson's server quite a lot, so if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me there, or in Battlegoat's own server. Links to both of those are in the description, so if you want to talk to me on Discord, that is a good place to do it. I'll also put a link to my Steam profile. This will be the only video I put it in, so if you want to add me on Steam, you can go right ahead. If you are below level 5, maybe send me a message first or leave a comment on my profile just so I know that you're legit, because there's some of those scammer ones out there that are trying to get you to trade stuff. So just, let me know if you're below level 5 on the Steam user thing, just in case. But other than that, though, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.